Alright YouTube, this is a review of the new Champion 2800 inverter generator, model number 100156. This is the newest version that they outputted with the 2800 inverter watts running 3100 watts peak. And I believe the old model number was like a 73356 something I can't quite remember, but the bottom line is it's pretty much the exact same generator except for this one's black. They rated it with 2800 on the front versus 3100, even though the specs are exactly the same, and then they also put some covers over the plugs. So I've been researching for quite a while now for a generator for our fifth wheel configuration so we can do some tailgating this year, and this is the one I ended up pulling the trigger on. And as much as I wanted the Hondas, because I know they have the reliability and the quiet features with probably the lowest decibels in the industry, I just couldn't bring myself to drop $2,300 for the 1 or 2 times a year I'll use it. So this is what the unit looks like when it's been unboxed. As you can see on the front here, you have your gas gauge on off, choke, start, eco mode, indicator lights for low oil, overload, and running. And then these are the covers. There's a 30 amp connection for the generator for your RV, 120 GFCI. I think the GFCI is also new for this model versus the old one. And then you've got, this is the biggest difference, is you have a port here. It's this 12 volt cigarette adapter, and that's a newer feature from the old one. Grounding bolt, pull start, and then of course your resets here. This 30 amp connector has a 20 amp actual load capacity, so just note that if you're looking. But supposedly, I haven't tested it yet, this thing will run a 15,000 BTU RV air conditioner, so hopefully that'll be the case because I hope to use that, but that really wasn't my primary purpose for buying this. I wanted something I could plug in, one unit, quiet, that we could run during tailgating. My wife can use her hair dryer and straightener, and we could do a coffee pot, so on and so forth, and this should have more than enough juice for that. So I'm going to show how to do an oil change. I just finished the first 5-hour break-in period, and if you read the instruction manual, it details how to do it. Basically, you do 5 hours without exceeding 50% of its capable running wattage, and during that time you put it on high, eco mode, on off, so on and so forth, just to kind of exercise the unit, seat the piston rings, so on and so forth, and then from there change the oil and you should be good to go for any future use. So I've got set up over here a catch pan, and then I've bought myself a gas can for later. This was included with the generator, came the original oil. So I'm going to hold on to this thing so I can fill this one into here. Easy measuring device for the future. Also came with the funnel, all your documentation, and then it also came with your spark plug, also spark plug adapter. That's that 12 volt with a USB connector and some other cables in here. So I'm going to get this thing set up on top of here, show how easy it is to drain it. That's one selling feature in my mind compared to the Hondas, is it actually has a drain plug, and the bottom of the generator has a port in it that you open up and it should just drain right out. So I'm going to get it all set up and then we'll be back in a sec to get that going. Okay, so we've got the generator lifted up on top of my oil catch pan. There's going to be 2 screws on the side. I've already started here and here. This one's already done, so we'll just finish this guy off. And this is to remove the access panel on the side of the generator. Place that off to the side here. And inside the generator, you'll see this is your oil fill, and it even has a nice little pour spout and catch tray, which I thought was also a nice little feature to keep you from pouring it all over the place when you're filling it. And then down here in the bottom is a removable drain pan. So there's, it just looks like I just broke that, but not the end of the world. Here on my screwdriver here. There you go. Pop that guy open. It's kind of hard doing it one-handed, so forgive me. And this thing has been running, so it's hot. It's a 100-degree day out today too, so that's always kind of fun. But that's your drain bolt right there. As you can see, that's, I don't know if that'll light it good enough there, but bottom line is there's a hole there and it'll drain right into this catch pan for me. So I'm gonna go get the socket set up, be right back. All right, so we got our 12 millimeter, and we're gonna go ahead and start this guy off. I already broke it again one-handed, it's kind of difficult. And the socket here had a nice long extension, which made it easier. Once this guy gets removed, we shall drain the oil. So obviously not too dirty. It's only had 5 hours of run life on it, but just in case there were any debris during the break-in period, they recommend that you go ahead and dump this. While this is draining, I just want to say that I'm going to take this up and do another video after it's all said and done here against my father-in-law's 2 Honda EU2000s in parallel, because that would give us 5,000 overall, or excuse me, 4,000 overall watts compared to the 3,100 peak on this. But I'd like to get the decibel difference between the two, and just overall kind of see how they operate connected to my trailer. Once again, I think the Hondas probably are a superior brand, but for the price difference, I just don't think you can go wrong with this one. And so far, I've been really impressed with just how quiet it is. First start every time. Little things like having a drain plug and thinking of this is, to me, a pretty good selling feature. Looks like it's going to be pretty easy to do maintenance on. This is your air vent over here that they ask you to remove, and just part of the maintenance schedule. So I'm going to go ahead and finish draining this sucker out and then put it back together, and that should pretty much do it. It's just reversed, not that complicated. But I hope this helps somebody, and if this information helps you choose a generator to buy, I hope that helps, because I know I spent tons of time on the forums trying to figure out which one to spend my money on, and right now this one was on sale at Costco.com for $6.99, so you can't go wrong for that price. Anyways, hope it helps. Have a good day.